Hey guys, Ryan from Big Critic here with a new review. This time it's the Hulu film, Big Time Adolescence.
Zeke was my sister's ex-boyfriend. He was the man.
You meet some punk and you have no idea at the time that he's going to be parked in front of your house every day for the rest of your goddamn life.
You're acting real silly right now, all right? That chick is like 16 years old.
Nick, I'm 16.
Exactly. What?
Big Time Adolescence is the new R-rated raunchy comedy starring Griffin Gluck as a 16-year-old boy named Mo, whose best friend is a 23-year-old man named Zeke, played by Pete Davidson. I don't really want to go too much into the plot, but it's a coming-of-age story about their friendship and about Mo going through high school. I'm a fan of Pete Davidson, and I've been a fan of his since he was on Wild 'N Out, so I was very excited to see him do SNL and all the different side movies he was in, and now he's the star of Big Time Adolescence, and he's also the star of King of Staten Island, which comes out next month on VOD, which is directed by Judd Apatow, and the trailer just came out for that last week.
I gotta tell my mom you tried to drown me.
To the above ground pool, you're like fucking 8 feet tall.
This was something that came out in March that I really wanted to check out and just kind of slipped my mind when I started doing these videos and stuff. So once I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, didn't Pete Davidson have another movie come out this year that's kind of similar to this? But he's not the main focus. King of the Staten Island looks like he's the main focus. Obviously, it hasn't come out yet. But Big Time Adolescence, he's the second lead. And Griffin Gluck is more of the lead. And it's about their relationship. So they're pretty much co-leads, but it's about the two of them. But Griffin really is the main character. I believe it was in Sundance or another film festival, and it was picked up by Hulu, which now ends up being a really good idea because Hulu's one of the only games in town right now because movie theaters aren't open. Most movie theaters, 90%. I'm a big fan of high school raunchy comedies. Superbad is one of my favorite comedies of all time. I'm a fan of American Pie. I also even love the less raunchy ones like the John Hughes films and other high school movies. To me, Big Time Adolescence is the movie I kind of wanted Booksmart to be. Booksmart, I know, was a film last year that was beloved by many people. I liked it, but to me kind of just felt like Superbad, but with female leads. And not as believable of a world, and just not as entertaining as a Superbad. But I did like the film. Big Time Adolescence, I thought, was a much better portrayal of high school, and it is ridiculous and absurd like a raunchy comedy should be, but it feels a lot more grounded than Booksmart does. I honestly feel like this is a story that will connect with a lot of people because a lot of people have had an older friend that wasn't related to them that they looked up to as a mentor, for better or worse. Maybe they were a bad influence on them. Maybe they were a good influence. In this film, Pete Davidson is not a very good influence, and I think he plays that very well. Griffin Gluck is an actor that I've seen in a handful of different projects. He's usually not like a main character. I know he's had a couple of movies where he's the lead. I don't think I really saw those. The thing I know him the most from, he is one of the crew in American Vandal, which I've covered on this channel. And I think Griffin Gluck plays a completely different character in this than he does in that. And I think his performance, I would say his performance is probably the best in the film overall. He really feels like a real high school kid, and he has to come to terms with a lot of problems that a lot of kids go through in high school. Some are not problems anyone else has in high school, it's just him. But he has a lot of relatable problems, and I think his character feels very relatable for most viewers. I did, at least. This film also has a fantastic ensemble cast. Machine Gun Kelly and Jordan Rock, Chris Rock's youngest brother, play the best friends of Pete Davidson, and I think they do a phenomenal job. John Cryer plays Griffin Gluck's father, and I wasn't the biggest fan of his character, but scenes he has towards the end of the movie really warmed me up to his character, and I really thought John Cryer did a very good job. He didn't feel like Alan Harper, really at all. Maybe it's because he has his Lex Luthor haircut. I'm not sure. Jury's still out on that. Let him do another movie that's just like this, but he has hair and no beard. Maybe I'll feel completely differently. I also think this film is very well written. As the story unfolds, it gets darker and it gets a lot more heartfelt. And I really think that this film pulls on the same heartstrings towards the end that Superbad does. Do I think this film's going to win any sort of awards? No. But I do think this is a fun, enjoyable film that will satisfy many fans of R-rated comedies and coming of age stories. I'm going to give Big Time Adolescence a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I really enjoyed this film. It wasn't the best film in the world, but it's a very enjoyable film, and it's only 90 minutes, so it's a breeze through kind of movie. Honestly, it made me really look forward to King of Staten Island coming out next month, which is coming straight to VOD. It's skipping its theatrical release. And I think that this will make Pete Davidson more of a household name than he already is with the 1-2 punch of Big Time Adolescence and King of Staten Island. So I'm really looking forward to King of Staten Island next month. So look out for my review for that. Let me know what you guys think of Pete Davidson. Let me know what you think of Big Time Adolescence. What's your favorite John Cryer performance? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I'll see you next time.